man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what?
To absolutely no one.
The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
Made Chafford podcast. Episode, what is this? 240, possibly? I don't know. Made Chafford podcast, episode 240, possibly.
Hold on.
It is.
Yeah.
The real is back. The Chizzy is back. Can't say the real no more. It's over for that. To them, I tell you guys every week. If you don't know, please, I'm begging you, do your Googles. Dancing DK, watch your back. The best member of the DSS is here. He's present. I am Himmy Neutron. I'm him. I'm Himothy. However you want to put it, that's me.
Whiskey. Don Colo in the building, one and only, aka L Coolins, aka C Note, aka Dog Dad. Come through left ear, right ear, surround sound, smart speakers, portable speakers, you name it, we dare. I sound incredibly ill right now, so please don't take my voice as a sign of a lack of motivation. I'm simply fighting a war that can't be won. Episode 240, let's get it.
It's Eman G45, the G solid on the name, the 45 is silent. Skin is Chipogwe, Prince of the East, Tinfoil Hat Eames.
Yes, sir.
Black Mamba Dove, GAM.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's the
tired.
best. That's the best he's able to give us.
Yeah, pause. God is great. He's the greatest above all. Firstly, Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. All of them things there. Let's get straight into it, man.
Yes. How do we feel about AI in beef? Because me, I don't mind it. I thought it was pretty clever. I enjoyed it. He probably brought out people who is his ops right now. GOAT. Let them have a chat with him. Also 8 Mile himself, which I thought was clever.
What are you talking about? For the
AI
listeners
in
that
beef.
don't know.
Sorry, my bad. Thank you. Drake released Made Freestyle, where he used AI to sound like Tupac and Snoop Dogg, and then did himself on the final verse, going against Kendrick, which was, in my books, genius. Song sounded great. The beat was incredible. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was kind of fun way to poke at Kendrick. It's kind of a good way to, I guess, keep pressure on him. Obviously, he's been in silence from that side of things, but it's also good that he's not caving to diss any of the other guys, because really and truly, we don't really care enough to see the other beefs. We just want to see Big versus Kendrick. So yeah, I think that's good. I guess the AI part is a bit interesting. Like, there's a lot of ways you can look at it. I think that him doing it is smart because obviously it kind of trolls Kendrick in a way where a lot of people have gone to Kendrick about, I think, the Heart Part 5, where he was rapping from other guys' perspective. Okay, he didn't use AI through the song, but there was some kind of AI in the video where
it was deep fake, isn't it?
Deep fake. And also Kendrick having a long poetry session with or a long interview session with a Tupac across the Pimp a Butterfly album. It's just a nice way to poke fun at him, I guess. So I like that aspect of things. I don't know if there's like a hidden agenda here with like labels and stuff, but I haven't really given myself enough of a moment to kind of unpack that. But I think it's overall, I thought it was pretty smart.
I agree. You won't hear any complaints from me. He did his thing on that. He's rapping at a high level as well. I thought it was very clever to talk from their perspective. I mean, he gave Snoop the best verse. It's a really good listen as well. I wasn't sure how that would sound initially. You wouldn't think it would be a good idea because it wouldn't sound authentic, but it sounded clean. He got it off basically, is what I'd say, and that was very much to my surprise. And I think he was smart to have a final verse, which was just him with his own verse, and he was very smart because he said a lot of the things that maybe he could use against him, and also like you said, put the pressure on him. But I think the most impressive thing was what he said at the end when he was like, "You better be doing quadruple gymnastics in that notebook." Like, yeah, keep the pressure on him. You know, we expect him to rap at a high level, so he's got to really bring it.
I do think though that him addressing the things that he could say about himself wasn't that smart, personally.
Mm,
I just feel like you mentioned it. Okay, doesn't mean that Kendrick couldn't come
use it
back
against
like
you.
a crazy Millie Bobby Brown entendre that kills everybody. Do you know what I mean? There's
Mm,
still very much something that can be said about him. So I don't know why he done it.
yeah,
Personally. I get why he done it, but I don't think it's gonna work out as well as he thought.
in his
That's
favor.
probably my only critique. But yeah,
It's gonna be interesting because there's a lot of funny TikToks going around of he's Drake is an easy dub. They don't understand how Kendrick hasn't responded yet. Oh God, because there's so much ammo
yeah.
that you could have against that man.
Um, Me personally, the way I feel about it is that bless you
Thanks, bro.
again. When I first listened to it, I was like, that's super rude. It's
Mm,
super rude the fact that you use Tupac to talk to Kendrick, and then you use Snoop as well to talk to Kendrick. I mean, I thought it was rude. It was super rude toward Kendrick.
mm,
Uh, of course, if you get into like the ethical side, because he's dead, you know, there wasn't like to Pimp a Butterfly. There was a build up. There was a story, and everything came together toward the end with Tupac's
mm,
interview. But that was a genuine interview. Um, and then the affiliation with Snoop. I think it's all great. It's all great. But I just thought from
mm.
Drake doing that with all the AI stuff that was going on and him using like a similar beat to Dr. Dre, all that coming together, I just thought it was just
Yeah.
rude. It was just rude towards Kendrick. Well, I don't
Mm,
think Kendrick would respond to any of this stuff because of the fact that Kendrick said on the track like that, you guys are clicking up. And then now everyone's just clicking up to this Drake. You have Rick Ross. You have um who else was there? As far as I know, it's just Rick Ross. Then of course on the album you have ASAP Rocky. You
yeah.
have
The
uh,
weekend.
The Weeknd. You know, you have two albums just dissing Drake. Um, so that by itself clicking up. If he now goes and disses Drake, it's like you're now part of that clan that's clicking up as well. I mean, but
Mm,
it's a weak argument because they've always had tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. But I don't have anything else to say except what you guys said. You know,
yeah.
I just thought it was rude. That's all, man.
I,
I just thought it was rude.
I feel like you're right there in that if he does choose to if Kendrick chooses to not reply now, it would make sense because you'd want the noise to go away, and you got 20 man trying to jump this guy, which is crazy. I don't think I've seen anything like this before. Um, it makes sense for you to want to hold back, but I think the thing I would say to that is, no matter what, whenever Kendrick drops, people are going to listen, and everything else is just going to become noise. And let's be honest,
Exactly.
none of the other disses that were directed towards Drake were particularly great. I mean, ASAP can shut up. He hasn't done anything for God knows how long. As much as I love him, that was just out of left field. I don't understand the weekend in his relationship. One minute you're buddy buddy, the next you hate each other. Like, what is
What,
this? Is this how
how's
Toronto man
ASAP
move?
Rocky? How's the ASAP Rocky left field?
It was out of nowhere. I didn't. particularly see it coming. And I think they've got an animosity over Drake's BM and obviously Rihanna, but I didn't
No,
think he was
because
gonna come out and say that.
bro, he came out on a live stage, obviously saying that he loved Rihanna, so on and so forth, and then on the album for the Dogs, he's out here saying like, bro, that Nash wasn't even that good. So of course I'm gonna have a problem with it. You're talking about my
Mm,
wife, you know,
I
you
forgot
have three
about that.
kids. So yeah, it's a tough one from that aspect. But the Rick Ross one, he hasn't really responded to him. But then again, they've just been going tit for tat on Instagram,
I think
Twitter.
that's orchestrated. I think they're just bantering
Yeah,
because
the man don't have a problem.
no, not at all. That because that shit was funny.
White
But he
boy.
said no, I cried when he said Drake's plane is a cargo. I thought that was so funny because I've always thought that's a ridiculous plane. Like you might as well have a house.
It makes sense because I did look at like a TikTok and this guy is just explaining planes and I just
Mm,
gravitate towards it. And he was talking about how Drake he didn't really pay that much for that plane and so on and so forth. And this was way before the beef evil was ignited. So
mm. What did he say about that plane? Because I'm actually fascinated by it now because it's ridiculous.
I
Man, I
mean,
think it's a Boeing 70. Like that's a commercial flight, like what you do when you're going
yeah,
to the States or something.
yeah, you could buy old commercial planes and then do them up. Um, yeah, just do up the interior and then obviously paint the exterior. I mean, yeah, it's something that does happen. I mean,
I know. See, the thing about that plane looks scary. Like I know it's rickety during takeoff.
mm, I mean, so long as it's serviced properly, I mean, yeah, it's fine. If Drake has enough money to service it properly, then it should be fine. It's like,
I should
but
hope so.
yeah, you should very much hope so. You should very, very much hope so because a lot of people they don't service their planes; they just keep them in use
That's
because it is
crazy.
expensive to have. So
Oh, of course. But yeah, now their back and forth has been hilarious. I've really enjoyed it, and I think the interesting perspective has been the fact that people don't normally come at Drake like that. At least you can't normally. But I mean, I think it shows how much money Rick Ross must have. That you can even chat to him.
yeah, they're both in the hundreds. Both of,
Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Drake is probably touching the bill, but both of them are in the hundreds for sure.
Mm, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they've been saying Drake's net worth has been 250 million for God knows how long. I'm just not believing it at this point. He's got to be near Bill
Close. He'll definitely, if not there yet, if not there now, he's close.
because he's been
Yeah.
running around town doing shows non-stop. Shit's insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, to end it all, I think Kendrick will respond in his own time, and it won't be
Mm,
like for the album or anything. I think he will just, as you said, when the people will listen, and that's that. There is no time limit on Kendrick. And when
no.
Kendrick does respond, it's not going to be nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm looking for the most disrespectful shit, man. This is an easy layup.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I heard you like 11s. It's so easy. There's so many things that you can do. I would have done this already.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the part of me that, I mean, is a bit disappointed. I kind of wish Kendrick was like I'm with you, man. There's no rush, obviously, but a part of me is a bit like I wish you had engaged like
Mm,
Mm,
relatively soon because it would have just been fun. It will still obviously have the same impact when it happens, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like the more maybe since there's been a change since like the back-to-back beef, but I just feel like now there's like an over hyper analysis of everything that's happening. Like every single podcast
mm,
is talking about it. Every single insider is tweeting all these cryptic tweets. I just feel like it's kind of like it's not about the music anymore. It's not just about who do you like more and whether or not that
yeah,
other person does well. You don't care. It's just like it's a stand war as opposed to being actually okay. Let's take these two records versus this record. We've only got like
Mm.
that, and like that was a great diss, but we need something else to
Yeah,
compare
100%.
the two that Drake is. Because at the end of the day, the people who care about the music are just going to compare the music, but there isn't any
Yeah,
music at the moment. So I'm a bit like,
it's definitely he can get Kendrick can easily come back from those two songs. They weren't so soul destroying that it's like, oh, he's done, he's out of here. You know, it wasn't anything particularly said. It's not a case of a back to back where you think, I don't really know how someone comes back from that.
yeah, agreed.
Mm.
My whole thing, though, I guess, kind of leading into the next topic about Ye.
Mr. West.
I said this like, and I wasn't too sure how I felt about it, but now with him inserting himself in it, I definitely feel a way about it. Like, I felt like the way Drake was dissed was a bit corny. I can't lie. Like creating a project called We Don't Trust You, gathering up the Infinity Stones of all the Drake haters, putting together
Mm.
specific songs with Drake haters. I hear it because the music is actually pretty good. Like there's some good songs on there. I do like Type Shit. I do like Claustrophobic. I do like that.
Mm.
But the clicking up thing, initially I thought if anybody else said did this, I think this is corny. Now,
Oh, it
now
is.
Kanye comes out on the track and says, "Look, Kendrick, I got you." He goes on Justin LeBoy and say, "We were, what's it? We were rejuvenated or inspired by the elimination of Drake."
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Come, am I going to be the one that says this?" But this is corny as fuck,
Oh,
bro.
100%. 100%. It didn't need his involvement. And you had your chance. He was shooting at you all of what 2018 when
Oh
Scorpion was
man.
out. And this is when you decide to jump outside. Don't make no sense to me.
No, you know what's really, 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 really insane is the fact that
Mm,
like you know how Drake can be extremely petty. I mean, he's showcasing that now, but more so
mm.
the case like he patched it up with Ye, and then he asked for a beat, and then you hear Poopy D Scoop. Honestly, if that's me, I'm actually because I like I put my playlist on like I put my like songs on just random, and then that song came up, and I was just like, I would want to fight someone. Like
For
if I'm
real.
asking for a beat, we patch it up, and everything's resolved, everything's fine, and then you just want to screw with me. I don't care. And then now I patch it up again, and then you start beefing me again. It's like, bro, I'm not here for none of that. So
uh,
and like I don't know what Kanye's problem is. And well, to be fair, I mean, when he's speaking about I mean, this is a bit off topic on like in terms of the beef and whatever, but it's still to do with the Ye. What he's talking about in terms of his religion, his whole issue with Drake, bro. At this point, I'm done. I'm finished. There's no point,
mm.
like, because yeah, he showcased. I still have faith, like, for him to change and for him to become the person that he's supposed to be. But right now, it's just a person that I'm not really vibing with.
Vibing with.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
I hear it. I felt that way for a long time. But the music will always slap. I mean, you only have to look at what he did to that beat. Like, how do you take one of the best beats of this year and then make it even better? Like, that's actually insane to me. How do you see that what he did to that beat would work? He could have said anything over that beat. That's how good that beat is. And he did say anything. Like, it's
yeah,
not a good diss by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know one Drake line. Play J. Cole, get the pussy dry. Come on. Come on.
I laughed at that though.
Like,
yeah.
I laughed at that.
what do
I
you
really
mean?
laughed at that. I can't lie to you. I really laugh at that. But yeah, you're spot on, Demi. He needs to, and we've been saying this for years. So I'm glad you pointed
Mm,
this out, you man, because his production is great, obviously.
10
But
out of 10.
the lyrical exercise is just it's beyond him.
It's,
I think it's so obvious now. Like, and we it's in my opinion, his problem is very obvious to see. The man's an attention seeker. When the Drake
mm,
thing initially happened,
Yeah,
when Kendrick put this out. Man decided to put out a statement on, like you said it, man. You read it on live on the pod. Man was talking about how he has all these achievements. Like we don't know. now Drake comes out back and does these disses, and now he's trying to put out a version of like that, of not clearing it by the label, not clearing it by Future, going
He
on
didn't
a
clear it by
tirade.
Future.
No, it didn't get
I mean,
cleared.
with
It didn't get cleared, so they took it. So Sony took it down, obviously. So it's like
But
you're trying to insert yourself in this conversation because you don't like the topic not being around you, and it
that's
looks like
embarrassing
you've got
that they
vultures
took it
sleeping on
down.
you. So any type of publicity is good publicity for him. So it's the cycle, it's
Mm,
the Kardashian cycle again. Unfortunately, that's the one thing I think has really destroyed this man post Kardashian. That the cycle whenever he, and rightly or wrongly, because the Kardashians do it incredibly effectively. You put out controversy, a week or two later, you sell product, and that's exactly what.
mm.
And now look, oh, Yeezy porn, like what they're like, you know what I mean? Like now I
yeah,
was gonna try to sell that. And it's like,
Yeezy what?
what is this? Sorry.
easy.
As in P? Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, man, porn. He's selling porn.
What? What? Whose?
I
I
don't know,
really
man.
hope it's not his.
That's
I really hope it's
crazy.
not his. That's all I can say.
What? I thought you said PAWN. Like
No,
that had to be selling.
PORN, bro.
Man.
On.
No.
Listen,
Wow.
bro. I just hope you find some kind of salvation in
Wasn't
that.
he Christian 5 years ago?
That's the thing that I'm trying to say. Like, and the thing, like, what he's trying to talk about now is like, I am God. I am like, before it was like, I am a God, and I understood that aspect, and that sort of affirmation. I understood that, but then to say that you are God, no, and then to then turn around and say, you know, how, and like the whole argument for like um uh what's this abortions, the whole topic of Christianity, so on and so forth. I'm really for that. Now it just seems like you were just marketing to certain people
Oh,
to
100%. He
create an
was.
image, and then as soon as you got back on top, this is exactly what you do. And it's not a case of wait till I get my money right, because this is something completely different. This is a
Mm.
whole left turn. This is not wait till I get my money right or anything like that. This is just a whole left turn. And then now you're putting yourself in a place where quite
So odd
literally,
because he's had such a good year. Like musically, number one album, number one single. For all intents and purposes, he's back. And then who's Justin LeBoy? Should we know him?
yeah,
Yeah, you
he's
know him.
yeah,
He was who was Eman? He done like this he ran this page or something, like, and he's been
yeah,
quite
he
popular in the
he's,
industry for
he's
a while.
almost like the shade room. Like
Yeah.
he runs his own page
Got
and
you.
that's it. And he's just become, because of his influence and his network, he's just become that person. And he's always been there. So, and then because of his affiliation with Ye now, it's almost solidified it to a certain extent. And
I see.
sidebar, um, YG has a podcast, and I love his sofa. Like, I love his sofa. Yeah, his sofa's buff.
I saw the
Like,
picture. I
that,
saw the video actually with him and Q. It does look cool.
yeah, yeah,
What
yeah,
does the
yeah.
sofa do?
Nothing. It's just, bro. It's red, and it's just lovely.
Of course. Well, why am I not surprised? He has the most individual style in the world. Whenever I see a YG outfit, I'm always in for a surprise. His
Yeah,
drip is
man.
insane. Man will have on church shoes with chino
Sure.
shorts and I don't know, pick the most random sweater you can ever think of, and then a sombrero and say, "Yeah, let's go."
Yeah,
Sombrero.
man, he's doing his thing, bro. That's all you can
No,
say,
no, I
man.
expect it. Yeah, no, for real. I need to see the sofa now. But yeah. I mean, again, he did incredibly well with the beat. Just I don't need him. Well, no, I don't mind hearing him rap at this point because I did enjoy Vultures, but I just think man and man, he needs help. But shut the fuck up as well because you've had your chance and then some. He was going at your head and you didn't say anything. You only let Pusher step outside. Now because the attention isn't on you, you're trying to get in the arena. No, thank you.
Hmm.
And apparently that version of he had to change it a little bit because he was going at Kendrick. So
It didn't make sense.
no.
Not serious.
And then
not
he's going to
serious.
turn around and then say, "Oh yeah, it's just God." Like, bro, he's talking rubbish right now, and I'm actually
Mm,
vexed because it's like the stuff that you're talking does not make sense from what you originally started with, and it's not even a case of what you originally started with. It's just that, bro, I just feel like you were just. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm angered because I feel like as a Christian, he's gone and just fell off, and he's prideful in this aspect that he's fallen off, and he's just like, this is who I am now, and I don't care. It's
mm,
like, all right, man,
yeah.
go and do your thing. God will humble you. Simples, But
Yeah,
it's
no,
it's
it's
just
just
yeah.
his the way he moves has been very interesting over the last few years, and it's clear to see. Then I think he's shown his true colors now, for sure. Over the last year or two, um, it's so hard because I don't even want to talk about him anymore. But he's always doing something that you have to. If you're in this space and you have this sort of platform, you have to talk about. But I don't want to give that man no more shine. Like
Okay.
it's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, maybe we should move on. We've got 6 minutes,
Mm.
by the way. Just to let you know.
Oh, okay. Well, we can toss it up between mint. Was it? What's it? Strawberry mint.
So strawberry mint oil, the 4 star. Wait,
Would you say it's a four
anyway,
star?
well, the thing is, for the people who don't know, there's an individual who's been promoting his strawberry mint hair oil serum to regrow back
Mm,
his hairline. And the way he started, he had like full set of waves,
Okay.
chopped off the whole thing, then started using it, microneedling it, like
mm,
trying to grow back his hairline. And little did we know, in his past, he's never really had like a full hairline. So
mm.
he just cut the whole thing, like after months and months and months of promoting this strawberry mint hair oil. He then turns around and just says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get the turkey thing and then just get a full hairline." So a lot of people are angry and outraged because,
They're angry.
yeah, because I mean, bro, like a lot of men are somewhat losing their hairline. So
Mm.
then, like, this guy is like promoting something that can possibly help his hairline, and they're really following his journey. And then you go and do a 180 and just say, "Nah, I'm gonna do the turkey thing."
Yeah, he's a liar, natural born. But listen, I respect the hustle. I couldn't believe he was still coming on camera doing that. It would be like this is day 146 of me using these products in an effort to get my hairline back, bro.
Some people would have been on that journey with him, and
Oh,
then for him
100,
to say,
Listen, I knew the way that story was going. I was just along for it, man. It was so interesting to watch play out. Because really and truly, if the hair's going, there's not really a lot you can do,
Hmm.
and
exactly,
the only
yeah.
option is turkey. If it's going, drop the top, bro.
I mean, the thing is, you can, but
I don't
it's
know.
it's
I
rough.
think those oils help, but to a certain extent, like getting out that, and it's such a shame because I think for men losing it's our crown, isn't it? So losing your hair, touch wood, and thank God it's not happened to us, but losing your hair is it must be a real challenge to go through. So for someone to present to you, this could be a possible option to revert the hair loss you might be experiencing, a lot of men them take it, but a lot of that stuff I don't think does niche. Like I'll be real.
I mean, we'll see what Lil Yachty does when he goes
Huh?
bold. Lil Yachty want
Why
to
do you
go
think?
bold.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Why? Did he say why?
No, he just said he wanted to go bold.
He doesn't have the face for it. I'm gonna tell him now because his face is a little pineapple and it's not gonna work. He's got a
We'll
similar
see.
head shape to huh?
No, we'll see. We'll see.
No, it won't work. He's got a similar head shape to Mace, and that head shape cannot go bold. I'm telling you right now. It would be the worst thing to ever happen to him. It would be the worst.
Oh, that,
Little Yachty, whatever you do, please do not go bold.
that's crazy.
It just won't work. It will not work.
I hate you still. That's funny.
Oh,
Yeah, Mason shape is crazy.
it's insane. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, listen, when these people come to you and they say this oil can do this for you, take time, actually think it's either turkey or drop the top,
Oh God.
in my opinion. But yeah, music.
For the
Um,
gang, Future, and
Oh,
yeah, for the gang, Future.
you knew that off rip. Um,
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
pick Poser, Malicious Intentions.
do so.
Poser, Malicious Intentions. He's getting a bit of a buzz. He's coming up in the game. And I
Okay.
like the sample.
I'm gonna pick Heady One and Stormzy Cry No More. Stormzy has a
Oh,
really good verse.
incredible verse. Heady, oh my God. Like everything that encompasses and surrounds the verse is so bad. Like I don't think it's a good song. It's a very good Stormzy verse.
I actually agree with you. I actually
I'm
agree.
not rushing back to listen to it. If I could just take the Stormzy verse, that would be brilliant.
It's a
But the song itself,
bit of a strange song. I know what you mean. I know what you
for
mean.
for the first single, I think as well. Like, and he's a big act.
That situation is weird. So it's technically not the first single.
Oh, okay.
The stuff that's come out since
What? So
all
Marvin's
that stuff's gonna be
Sofa,
on there. Yeah.
Martin Sofa.
Can't be
Okay.
us. Elite. Can't be us.
Can't
Remind
Be
me.
Us is gonna be. Oh my God. See, this is cheating, man.
What
I
else is
hate
on
when
there?
albums do this.
No, but that's all. Um, it's all works. I'll explain to you afterwards. But it's basically because he moved label. It's all label stuff. That's why they're all.
Can't
I
Be Us though
see.
is nearly a year old.
No, but it was part of. I can explain later. I'll
All
tell
right,
you.
no,
But there's a reason why,
uh,
is what I'm saying.